Women manage to do everything. I think they have more of it.
Yeah.
They can handle situations, they can handle their family, they can handle their work, they can be stronger.
They say bringing a life into the world is the most raw, honest human experience one can witness. Today, I'm sitting with someone who's witnessed that miracle thousands and thousands of times. Dr. Preeti Agarwal is a high-risk pregnancy specialist, a normal birthing expert, and the medical director here at Motherhood Hospital. But today, we're putting aside the medical charts and the clinical titles. We're here to meet the women behind the white coat, the daughter, the mother, the wife, the leader, and the truths which she usually carries in silence. Welcome to the show, Dr. Preeti.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Beth.
So glad to be having this conversation with you today.
Same here.
Amazing. So, you've brought thousands and thousands of babies and little miracles into this world. Let's go back a little in time and tell us about the first time when you actually delivered a baby. What was that like?
So I think it was in college when we started our post-graduation, and there was a shortage of residents.
Okay.
And even though we were first years, and we were posted in the labor room, so that's when I did my first delivery. And yes, it was quite a miracle to hold that baby and to experience all that. Was definitely something very, I was the person in charge and I was holding that little bundle of joy, let's say.
This actually gave me goosebumps, if I were to be honest, in here.
Yeah. Initially, when I was posted, I remember on this thing, I was very scared that I'm going to be alone, and maybe, though there were people in the hospital to support you, so somebody would keep coming off and on, but you were in charge of the labor room. And as a first year, it's a little scary.
I'm sure. And that moment when it's also a very pristine moment wherein a girl becomes a mother. With a baby, a mother is also born. Did that give you a feeling of the strength of a mom or a girl or something? What was actually happening inside of you apart from the medical terms? Was there something else going on as well?
Yes, it does tell you that, one is she's giving birth to a new life, all that pain, suffering that she has. But at the same time, the moment the baby is born, the look on her face, the expression, that the will to kind of hold the baby, it changes suddenly, there she's in pains, and the moment the baby comes out, and then she just wants to hold the baby, and that expression, that kind of thing that comes to her is...
did you always think of becoming a doctor?
So, my grandfather was very sure that he wanted one grandchild to be a doctor.
Okay.
And I was told this right from, when I was in my nursery, I think, that you have to become a doctor.
Okay.
So that was it. I was never given any option, and that's how I kind of molded myself. And then I did like biology a lot.
Okay.
So 12th it did come naturally also. So I think it's a combination of both.
Oh, that's brilliant. And is your sister, is she a doctor too?
She's a dental surgeon, yes.
Oh, amazing. So it was like grandfather, right?
Yeah.
Not one, we'll give you two doctors.
Right, yeah.
People look up to you for answers. People always, no, okay, let's just go to Dr. Preeti. Kuch ho gaya hai, unke paas chalte hai, ma'am ke paas chalte hai, ma'am ke paas chalte hai. Who would be that person in your life? Jiske samne you don't have to be Dr. Preeti. You can be just you, unfiltered, vulnerable. You could break down or anything. Who's that person in your life?
I think presently it's my spouse, because he's also a doctor. So many times, there are difficult situations in your practice. There are difficult situations at home. There may be other situations everywhere. So I think with him, I'm able to I'm obviously not Dr. Preeti, won't accept that also. But at the same time, he's a true friend. So he listens. What you need from a true friend is that somebody should listen to you.
Right.
You don't always want solutions.
Exactly.
But you do want that somebody should hear you out. And so I think that's him.
Very beautifully said. In fact, yesterday I was just talking to someone and I told that being strong, yes, that's how the world sees us. Me being a business owner, everyone wants, okay, I should be strong. But there are times wherein I break down too. And there are times wherein I know I'm a powerful woman. I don't need fixing. If I'm breaking down, there should be just someone holding together the pieces.
True.
And there would come a moment I would be like, okay, done, theek hai, ho gaya.
True.
That's such a great support system to have.
Just that affection, just the thing that, somebody can hear you
theek hai.
out.
Okay,
Yes.
you can just be yourself.
Absolutely.
Being a mother, and especially let's just go back to the early years of motherhood. How were they? How difficult or easy were they?
So for a doctor, you settle down very late in life,
Yes.
or you don't settle down at all.
Precisely.
And so when you have children, you're always juggling between work at home and taking care of your child. So it was like that. In the initial years, I was still, working in a government hospital, trying to gain more years of experience, learn more. And he was a small baby. There were times when he was sick and I was not at home. So there were all these instances which made you feel very guilty and that you're not doing what a mother should do. But I think partly family support. So my in-laws were there with me who could help. But still, you do feel all that yourself. And then I tried to juggle between different things. So sometimes it was tough, you have these classes for children, a cricket class, a shamak hour, and you're running between your practice and everything. So yes, but we did try and somehow manage all that.
That's a very, very tough time to navigate. And in fact, you brought me to my next question, which is this thing about mom guilt. Let's address that. And I understand being in that phase, that is very difficult. But since now you've navigated that phase, you've met so many moms. What is that one thing which you would advise to all of us moms? Because I believe, personally, my opinion, mom guilt is something which we just get it more in our head, and kind of the energy and the waves also travel to the baby. What would you tell to all of us?
I think now looking back, I feel that we can try and do our best in all situations. And the guilt will anyway stay with most of us, when we're in that phase especially. But now looking back, I feel that if we were doing our best, we would do like any mom would have done at home also. We would always try and see that their school and their studies were taken care of. We would try and see that, everything right from their lunchbox to the PTA meetings was done. We would somehow juggle all that, sleep less, do something that it could be managed. So I don't think working moms really need to be guilty, but we need to manage and then see how we can do all this. But I don't think the guilt is really necessary. But then I think at that age, it just happens,
Just happens.
There's no way that you can say that. But looking back, I think it was fairly okay.
It was fairly okay. And yes, you're very right. I believe it's largely in our head. We're doing everything. There's no comparison. The mom who's at home, she's also beautifully working. We are also beautifully working.
Yeah.
So
it's a different situation for everybody. Like I had my mom at home, but I think my husband had a mom who's working all the time. And now that I'm staying with her for so many years, I know her part of the stories also. So I think everybody manages whatever they can best. So, but
sharing my part of the story, it could be when my daughter Dia was born. Everyone was like, you're a business owner. So it doesn't work this way. Either you will be leaving your child, either you'll be ignoring her, or you won't grow in your business. And I always say, I was the Ziddi one. I was like, neither my child would suffer, na mera kaam suffer hoga. I'll manage. I'll put in extra hours. Probably I'll sleep less. Probably I'll just figure out the time. I remember those initial days, she was in my lap. I was breastfeeding her for close to 2.5 years. वो ऐसे feed कर रही होती थी, and I would edit with one hand, because that was also the initial part of my business when I was growing in. And I never complained, neither to this bacha nor to my work. I think we are very beautiful sponges. We just absorb as much as it comes.
True.
And very beautifully said. That's how we navigate, by being a little more kind to ourselves, and we're doing the best.
We're doing the best.
Yeah. If I were to ask you that, who's that one person in your life whose unfiltered truth always made you proud, always led you to where you are today?
I think that would be my mother.
I had guessed the answer.
That would be my mother. My mother had lost her parents when she was a small child because they moved from Pakistan to India, and she had lost her parents, and she was brought up by her brothers. And but I've always seen her so very affectionate and so caring and so tolerant. I mean, tolerating. We used to live in a joint family, so there are things. But I think she's always been so tolerant, so loving, so affectionate that I keep feeling that even if I could be 1% of her, it would be good enough.
And considering you could all see that and then see her to be so humble. So this was her being also vulnerable, also exposed, but strong for her children.
Yes.
Especially daughters, us girls, we need to see that strength in our moms.
In our
and,
moms,
that confidence. It's a very beautiful thing.
I would say that life, I mean, you want me to just think back that would I repeat the same things in life or?
No, alternating in here. So like say for example, if she's sitting and she's come to you for advice, she's bothered about something or something in life, what kind of word of advice or something which you would tell her? Would you tell her to just stay calm, it's gonna work out in the end, don't take too much of stress or whatever? So
yes, that's what I tell all my 28, 30-year-old patients when they come to me, that yes, we just have to be ourselves.
Thank you so much for sharing the time and the beautiful topics we've spoken about, because it takes effort and courage to be vulnerable, to be open, and I believe the unfiltered truth which we just spoke inspires someone out there. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and
Happy Women's Day to everyone. Be strong.